Have you ever been outside, maybe right after a storm clears up, and you just stop? Because right there in the sky is this incredible arc of color, a rainbow. It looks almost, I don't know, magical, doesn't it? Well, today on the Deep Dive, we're going to get into the science behind that magic. We want to really explore the optics, the physics that create that amazing sight. It turns out it's a pretty precise team effort between sunlight, raindrops, and, well, physics. And what's really fascinating, I think, is that plain old sunlight, it's actually hiding this secret code of colors.
It really is. And it's amazing how our eyes just see, white or yellowish light from the sun. It seems so uniform, right? It's light. But really, that white light is this magnificent mix. It contains all the colors of the rainbow, every single one, all blended together perfectly.
So it's not just white light, it's like a whole package deal of different wavelengths. And that blend is the key, the starting point for the rainbow we see. What exactly is that sequence, the secret code you mentioned?
Right. It's the one most people learn as kids, actually. It's red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. That specific order, ROYGBV, represents the spectrum of visible light, all packed into sunlight.
Okay, ROYGBEV. Got it. But how do they get unpacked? I mean, if they're all mixed together in sunlight, something has to separate them for us to see those distinct bands, right? They don't just, like, fall apart on their own.
Exactly. You need a mechanism.
Yeah.
And that's where the humble raindrop comes in. It's kind of amazing, really. Every single tiny spherical raindrop floating in the air acts like a super tiny natural prism. You know how a glass prism can take white light and split it into colors?
Yeah, I've seen those. They bend the light and create a little rainbow effect on the wall.
Precisely. So imagine millions, billions of those tiny water prisms hanging in the air after a shower. Each raindrop does essentially the same thing.
Wow. Okay, so millions of tiny light-splitting labs up there. That's a cool way to think about it.
Yeah.
So can we walk through the process, step by step? What happens when sunlight meets a raindrop?
Okay, step one. A ray of sunlight travels through the air and hits the surface of a raindrop. It enters the water.
Right. And hitting the water is the trigger. That's when the magic starts.
That's where the first key action happens, yes. When light moves from air into water, which is denser, it slows down. This change in speed makes the light ray bend. That's called refraction. But here's the crucial part for rainbows. Not all colors bend by the same amount.
Ah, okay. So they don't all take the same path inside the drop.
Exactly. Red light, which has the longest wavelength, bends the least. Violet light, with the shortest wavelength, bends the most. All the other colors, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, bend at slightly different angles in between red and violet. So the moment the light enters the drop, it starts to spread out, to disperse into its component colors.
Okay, so now inside the raindrop, we've got this fan of separated colors. What next? Does it just go straight through the back?
Not necessarily. This is step 3. The separated colors travel through the water to the back inner surface of the raindrop. And if they hit that back surface at the right angle, something called total internal reflection happens. Basically, the back of the raindrop acts like a tiny curved mirror, and the light bounces off it, heading back towards the front of the drop.
It bounces. Okay, so it doesn't exit out the back. It reflects internally.
Under the right conditions, yes. Then, step 4. This reflected, already separated light travels back to the front surface of the raindrop. As it exits the water and goes back into the air, it bends again, another refraction. And this light, now beautifully separated into its colors and bent towards your eyes, is what you see.
And because of those specific angles of bending and reflection, you see that perfect arc with red on top, then orange, yellow, and so on, down to violet.
Wow, precisely. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, every time.
Okay, that makes sense scientifically, but it brings up something practical. Why do you always have to be in a specific spot? You know, the sun has to be behind you, the rain in front. It feels like you need the perfect seat for the show. Why is that?
That's all about the geometry of light and your viewpoint. It's absolutely critical. For the light from the sun to enter the raindrops, reflect internally, and then exit towards your eyes at that specific angle, roughly 42 degrees, for the primary rainbow, you must be positioned between the sun and the rain. The sun needs to be behind you, illuminating the raindrops in front of you.
So the raindrops are like a giant temporary screen showing the sun's light.
No.
But you have to be sitting in the right place in the theater to see it projected correctly.
That's a great analogy, actually, yes. And everyone sees their own rainbow. The rainbow isn't located at a specific place in the sky.
Ah, and I guess that explains why you can never actually reach the end of a rainbow, right? Like in the story, if you try to walk towards it.
It just seems to move away from you, doesn't it? That's because the rainbow you're seeing is made of light reflected from specific raindrops that are at the correct angle relative to the sun and your eyes. If you move, the set of raindrops creating the rainbow for you changes. It's always at that same angular distance from the point opposite the sun, the anti-solar point. So yeah, it's literally an optical effect that depends entirely on your position. It's your personal light show.
Your personal light show, I like that. Okay, what about sometimes you see two? A double rainbow. That seems even more complex. How does that happen?
Ah, the double rainbow. Yes, that's a really neat phenomenon. It's caused by the light doing an extra step inside the raindrop. Instead of reflecting just once off the back of the drop, the light reflects twice internally before it exits.
Two bounces instead of one.
Exactly. Bounce, bounce, then out. This second reflection does a couple of things. First, more light is lost with each bounce, which is why the secondary rainbow above the primary one always looks fainter.
Okay, that makes sense. It's
Right.
dimmer.
And second, and this is a really cool part, that extra reflection reverses the order of the colors. So in the secondary rainbow, you'll see violet on the top, outside, and red on the bottom, inside. It's a mirror image of the primary rainbow's color sequence.
Whoa, reverse order. So violet on the outside, red inside. I'll have to look for that next time. That's amazing.
It really is. It just shows how precise these interactions of light and water are.
So when you really get down to it, a rainbow isn't just pretty. It's this stunning display of physics happening on a massive scale,
Yeah.
but orchestrated by tiny, tiny raindrops. It's the sun's hidden colors, revealed by rain, thanks to refraction and reflection.
A true masterpiece in the sky, born from science.
And like you said, it's a masterpiece created just for the person looking at it from their unique spot. I think understanding the science behind it, how it all works, doesn't take away the wonder at all. If anything, it kind of deepens it, doesn't it? Knowing that the universe is putting on these incredibly intricate personal light shows for us all the time makes you think about what other everyday magic we might be missing.